Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, God! Oh, welcome to a talk show host, yo!
Yo! I guess we'll be answering some questions about our cosplays.
Word.
I cosplay as Sans.
And I cosplay as Papyrus. Oh! So all those comments on the YouTube of A Day in the Life of Sans Papyrus of
So-
people saying, those are 2 girls.
Yeah, those are 2 girls.
Yeah, you're
Or
freaking
Sans.
right, yeah. Everyone's saying that they could tell I'm Papyrus because of my legs.
I'm not that flexible, but I have legs too.
I actually meant to say they could tell I'm female because of my legs. I'm totally Papyrus because of my legs. Papyrus is extra thick.
I'm a lazy boy or girl cosplaying as a girl or boy.
Sans?
I can't think today.
So what's our online persona? I'm MylCreates, the person who runs this freaking channel.
And I'm entering the wolf world, and I do have a YouTube channel, but I mainly run my Instagram and art.
And I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, and YouTube. Probably like Undertale Amino, but I've not been on there in forever.
Same, I have Undertale Amino, but I rarely check Aminos, unfortunately.
Like all I see Amino for is kind of like the RPs.
Yeah, I like to see some of the art, like when people get featured, you know?
Once in a while, I see good artists,
Yeah.
but not enough that I continue to return to.
Yeah.
It's probably not within my age group. Maybe if you're like 10,
Yeah.
then it's perfect for you.
How do you do, fellow kids?
I find Instagram and YouTube something really nice to go on to see like all the content.
Is there a character you mainly cosplay or are known for?
Me. Sans.
I'd probably say I'm mostly known for Papyrus, or I've become more known for Metaton lately, and more recently, Jevil.
But I'm also known, so I have a character named Icy, and I dress up as her. She's like a character I made kind of related to Disney sort of
I didn't know
thing.
it was related to Disney.
Like where I want to go meet kids and be like the Donald Duck or, you know, so it's sort of related to like how the Disney thing works.
Isn't there like furry events where like they go and raise charities?
Is, but I have not been able to find any. I go to Midwest Fur Fest and I think they raise money for kids, but I see a lot of kids there and they get pictures with me, so it's nice to like, you know, that kids aren't afraid. You know, when I was
Yeah.
little, sometimes I was afraid of big costumes.
そんなあの壁は50メートルだぞやつだ巨人だ
But not a lot of kids aren't as scared of them, and they like,
Kids these days, so desensitized.
yeah.
Do you have a particular fandom you find yourself a part of?
I'm in many fandoms, honestly. Furry fandom, Undertale fandom, Ed and Eddie, Star vs. the Forces of Evil. It's a show I still watch. South Park. I love cosplaying, so I'm
Yay!
part of the cosplay community.
My fandom is basically like Undertale Deltarune. I went a little bit into Bendy and the Ink Machine, but not too much. Somewhat of Villainous, okay KO. I suppose like if you were to say what my first fandom is, way back then it was probably Bionicle. It's like a Lego sub category.
Nice save!
Not bad.
Nothing gets by the captain of the guard. Unless he wishes it.
I'll keep that in mind.
There's one more that I was like thinking of, but I can't remember. Ah! Oh yeah, and Invader Zim. I was a really huge Invader Zim fan. In fact, like my first cosplay that wasn't an OC was an Urkin Invader. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Maybe when I like figure out more of like the masks, like the one that I did for Jevil, I could probably make one for an Urkin Invader sometime. Yeah, boy. What got you into cosplay? What got you into conventions?
I started off with Instagram, and I saw this artist that was a furry, and I started to see more cosplay stuff, and I was like, why are all these people cosplaying at this one place? And then I found out it was a convention, and I was like, I want to go to that. My first cosplay was Dipper from Gravity Falls, but it was literally just a hat. I painted a red tank top and like a blue sweater that's cut at the sleeves, and that's what I wore.
How long ago was that?
12 then, so 3 years ago. I've not been in the cosplaying thing for that long.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'd say, like, I always liked making costumes and stuff.
Oh, that's neat.
Like, my mom has pictures of me when I was a toddler, and I made my own outfit out of paper.
Oh, at that age? Really?
Yeah, but like I wouldn't call it cosplaying. It was more just
You're
kind of
getting
like
artistic
fashion.
though. You're getting
Yeah.
crafty and wow.
For example, whenever we go to carnivals and stuff, I would always ask if I could paint my own face instead of them painting mine. But I probably got into it maybe when I was 14, just about when I was in high school, and I was part of this anime club, and they're like, we should go to a convention at the end of the year, and I'm like, what's a convention? And they're like,
You've not heard of it?
stupid.
Get in, loser. We're going
To a con.
So yeah, they took us to ASIN, and so ASIN was my first convention, which I'd probably say that a convention that big when you're first going either scares you away from cosplaying for life, or you become highly engrossed in it. And so I'd probably say that 1/3 of our group became really engrossed in cosplay, and the rest of them just ran away.
Convention. Convention. Convention.
It was probably so much at one time that it just. So was ASIN the biggest cosplay convention, or is it?
ASIN, I think, is the largest anime convention in the Midwest. As far as I know. At least that's what I heard. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I would be scared and stuff going there the first time.
Yeah. I was dressed up as some OC or something for my first time, and then one of my other friends completely like went all out and bought probably $500 worth in like cosplays.
Dang.
She had a photographer following her around.
That's all out. Wow.
I know. And here I am with my little hand sewn costume. A lot of people. Lots and lots of people at ASIN.
Really?
I heard that this year it was shoulder to shoulder, so I'm not sure how much I would want to go back to ASIN.
Yeah, that might be. I'm going to Wizard World most likely in August on like the weekend, because that was where my first convention was, and it's, you know, it is crowded, but it's not so horrible. At Midwest Fur Fest, it's shoulder to shoulder thing, because that's the most popular furry convention in the world.
Really?
So it's around the same place as Wizard World, so it's
basically at the convention center.
yeah, but there's so many people at Midwest Fur Fest.
Can't imagine going to like a fur fest and like full
and it's
fur
so
costume.
hot. Yeah, so they do it in winter, and I like to stand outside and cool off, and it's nice, but
They might as well just have it outside in the
yeah,
snow.
yeah. I couldn't imagine going outside right now in summer in
Oh no.
in Sands right now, because
Oh,
it's been horrible out. It's like 90 degrees every day.
feeling like 100
Yeah.
plus the humidity. We're like downstairs in my basement right now. What are some of the things that you struggled with in the cosplay community, and how did you cope?
You can go ahead if you want.
When I like started cosplaying, it was mostly just for myself, and I didn't know about the online presence. So for me, I just saw cons as a place where everyone just kind of like gone and
Had
did
fun,
whatever.
yeah.
Went to cons back when there used to be yaoi paddles and like glomping, where people would just like randomly like jump hug you.
I would be so uncomfortable with
I've
it.
had like a few like creepy people in past cons, and I have a couple of like stories from cons.
That's why I always have my dad with me, because it's like, you don't want to be just yourself alone, you know, unless you have friends with you. Or
when I was 16, we shared like a room of 8 or 12 people in a single bedroom.
oh my god,
And I like woke up in the middle of the night next to a guy I didn't know.
oh my god,
'Cause
I would have bolted out of there.
There's
like,
so much like drama going on in the group that like new people kept getting circulated through the room, and I had no idea what was going on.
yeah,
I must have a weird thing where I'm not usually in tune with the drama that's going on.
yeah, I would have been in if I did like a grouping room, I would have done it with people I know, like a couple of friends.
I mean, like it started out with people
but
I
then
knew,
random people.
but then ended with a bunch of people I didn't know.
Aw.
Basically, the guy got dumped by his girlfriend, and so someone in my group invited him to stay the night at our room. Well, okay, dude, I'm sorry for your loss, but here, I'm gonna put a pillow between us.
Yeah, or
And I'm gonna
sleep
go
on a
back to
different side of the
sleep.
room. I would be fine with like friends, but if it was just a random guy,
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
We were talking about
The struggles
struggles.
of cosplay.
it. Probably actually started when I started like my online presence, because then that's the time when I actually started interacting with strangers on the internet and stuff like that. It started when I like started rising up in popularity wise. I was in college at the time, and that's when I started doing all my Undertale face paint stuff. I was doing it like every weekend.
Oh, it's so cool.
But then I guess that was also during the Undertale hype, and so there was a lot of haters around that time. And so I wasn't used to getting so much hate back then.
Online stuff causes hate, and I know there's been a lot of drama in the Undertale community, and I just remember when it first started, there was so many haters that were like, ew, Undertale, and I was like, why do you hate it? I mean, I've never played the game. I've never gotten the game, but I've watched all, like, the playing stuff.
Come closer. I need.
What do you need?
Undertale.
Because
The Let's Plays look really fun.
ah!
That kind of stuff is uncalled for.
What is that?
So yeah, there's like lots of hate in the community, and I was not used to it. But now I've built up quite a hard shell.
That's great.
But I try to think about looking at other people who are just starting in the cosplay community and like realizing that, you know,
They're our future type of cosplay, you know, they're the
Like-
younger ones especially.
like when people in the cosplay community are saying that they're having a hard time, and part of that hard time is the hate that they receive from other people. Some people brush it off like you're supposed to take it with a grain of salt.
How tough am I?
Received hate from trolls on the internet.
Yes, so? Without any...
Support from mutuals.
Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting.
When I first started, with my suit, my furry suit, I literally bought a Halloween mask and taped paper onto it. Couldn't see out of it, and everybody started posting me on furry cringe pages. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm just starting out. And so I literally spent a year or two saving up money to get a fursuit head that was really quite expensive, but it was worth it. I got it, and the head was big, and then everybody made fun of it, calling it a bobblehead. And I was like, are you kidding me? I literally just spent a year of my life saving up from all my work that I had done with art, and now they're making fun of my suit. And so it's just with the cosplay stuff, people...
You can never make everyone happy.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to make fun of the people that are just starting out and like don't have professional stuff or, you know, actual cosplays. They make their own stuff, and a lot of people make fun of that. And, you know, sometimes I took it to heart, but like then I realized, you know what, whatever, you know, it's a cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, I think, because people forget that there's like a person behind
Or
that screen.
yeah.
You don't see the other person's face. Or like, I think people kind of forget that when they go into a comment section, it's almost like them walking into a room filled with people.
Yeah. And also the people that make the hate comments, they can act really nice in real life, but they're a jerk on, online social media stuff. So they can comment whatever they want, and it's not like saying it to your face. If you said it to your face, then that would be something different.
Unfortunately, the internet is not a void.
Yeah.
You can't just like yell into the void and not expect to be like, for it not to like reach anyone personally.
Yeah.
But I mean, I suppose the other good point about the internet being not like a void is that you get to make friends.
Yeah.
Boy.
I met her online. I saw the crafted, how she did the papyrus head, and then I went to Chicago Pop Culture Con, and then all of a sudden saw her in her mask, and I was like, oh my god. Went up to her, and that's
famous Instagram user MylCreates.
Yeah. And I started freaking out, and I was like, oh my god. And then ever since then, we did in the day in the life of Sans Papyrus, and it's just gone right up from there. A lot of the comments are really good, and some of them are hate, but like almost all of them are good.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then you always get like the weird comments where it's them RPing in the comments.
and
I'm like,
what?
Okay.
What's the point of this? Like, I mean,
I guess some people really like RPing wherever
Yeah.
it is. I don't know. I'm just like really confused when I see the comments because I'm like, I don't know. Are you trying to talk to somebody? or-
Yeah, are you trying to cosplay a character in text? What's going on?
I don't know. I know some friends of mine who like to RP, but I don't really get it because I'm not the character. I'll dress up as the character and I'll do like the videos in character or panels.
Yeah, I'll act in real life in character, sorta.
But if I'm not in costume, it doesn't really make much sense to act it.
Yeah, I've tried role-playing before, and it's
It sounded so funny role-playing.
I've tried role-playing before as Sans, and it's I like cosplaying, but I'd say others, it's fine if you enjoy it. It's just not a cup of tea for me. It's
Spill the tea.
Cosplaying is definitely my thing. Even it's weird. I don't like to act as the character in text, but I like to act as the character in real life, as you would in Disney, sort of thing. It's like people always make fun of people cosplaying or fursuiting, and they're like, "Why are you acting as an animal? Or why are you acting as a skeleton?"
They're skeletons, Mike. They're unpredictable.
And I'm like, why does Mickey Mouse have a costume and acts as Mickey Mouse? Like, I mean, nobody makes fun of that.
I think maybe people think because it's not in a professional setting that it's weird. Like, you don't have an excuse to act the character because you're not getting paid to.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing it for a play.
I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically like whenever I cosplay, it's Halloween every day. That's what I think of it as. I don't have as much hair, so I'm gonna try.
I'm just doing it because I'm hot.
I
Like,
bet.
as in the sweating kind of hot.
Oh.
Although Papyrus is very hot.
True.
I personally like Papyrus as the better brother.
Yeah,
He does not get enough say.
recognition. Yeah, everybody is more for Sans. It's like Papyrus tries so hard, He wants
He's
to
a
capture.
good boy.
He wants to capture the human so bad. He does.
But he's also such a softie.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Yeah. Do you think if Sans never had his genocide fight, that he would be as popular?
If that wasn't there, I think he would look more weaker. Like, I don't know, but when he fights, he seems really strong, so I don't think he would have been as popular.
During the fandom hype, and even now, most of the stuff that I see for Sans is during the
genocide. Oh yeah.
fight. And yeah, boy, if you never had that fight, What's one thing about the cosplay community you love, and what's one thing that you hate?
I love a lot of the support it gets. Like, you know, people saying, wow, your cosplay is so great, and that you can literally go out anywhere at the cosplay, you know, place, the conventions, and you don't get people looking at you, you know, because it's, when I was younger and I would dress in cosplay at my old house, people would like stare at me like, what are you? And
What are you?
What the hell are you?
And so, you know, going to the conventions and being with the cosplay community, not as many people are like, what the heck is that? Like, why are you cosplaying? But a lot of people are more supportive. And then the hate, one thing I hate is definitely some of the inappropriate parts of the fandom, you know? And a lot of hate, like other people hating on the cosplay thing, saying like, why are you even doing this, you know? It's fun.
Your own business. The one thing that I love is, at least for the online part, is how widespread it is.
Yeah.
So I have friends that are all around the world. For example, I went to Japan and like hung out with all these Japanese cosplayers that I was friends with, and like I feel like that would not have happened if I was never in the cosplay community online.
Video.
Yay! Welcome to Japan!
The one thing that I hate is how judgmental the community can be. Feeling like they like have a right to go all up into your business and tell you
this doesn't look right,
what's good, what's not good.
Well, maybe we wouldn't sound so bad if some people didn't try to play with big meaty
Cosplays.
What did you say, punk? Big meaty
Cosplays.
Well, he's
Cosplays.
ain't for just attracting
Waifus.
Bring it on, old man! Bring it on!
In the day in the life, a lot of people were saying that I didn't put my hands in my pocket, and I was like, this is, you know, I didn't respond, but it's like my first video I've ever done, so I tried to act in character by kind of just standing there, but I totally forgot about the pocket, so it's like every little mistake you make, they judge you, like, you know.
Back when like Undertale was a lot bigger, I would have, like, the biggest complaint that I would get about my cosplays was that I did not match the height of the characters. Mostly because, especially since I love cosplaying Papyrus, the
height
fan portrayal of Papyrus is the tallest character in the game, but if you look at the sprite sheets, he's actually like the middle tallest. Like,
yeah,
Undyne is taller than him. And Mettaton is taller than him.
He's taller than Sans, but like...
But he's pretty average height, if you actually look at it. But obviously it doesn't help because I am like the smallest in my groups. Like every group of friends that I have, I'm the shortest person. But I really like cosplaying Papyrus.
Yeah, I'm only like half an inch or an inch taller. And I remember...
And when I'm like wearing those like really thick boots for my Papyrus cosplay, I just like barely meet your height. And so people like complain, why is like Papyrus
so short? It's like, you can't help it, you know?
I can't break my legs and get surgery to like elongate them for this character.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like I went as far as wearing stilts for Mettaton.
2 feet tall.
Yeah, so I was 7 feet tall. I was just a little bit taller than my boyfriend. My boyfriend's 6'4".
Oh my god.
And so I was just a little bit over him.
It went up to my waist. I saw her boots like when I got here. Up to your waist. So I'm 5'1". So it's up.
So you'd be 7'1" if you were wearing them.
Oh my god.
I want to wear them again though because it was the coolest experience actually being tall for once and seeing over people's heads. But I'm so tired of walking in convention halls and just like staring at the backs of people.
Yeah.
Because I'm so short. So like the fact that I was wearing stilts and I could look over the crowd, I was like, ah, boy.